Hello, welcome to Movie Phone. 37 degrees Fahrenheit and mostly cloudy. It is 11:30 a.m. in Central Europe. I am coming to you live from Budapest, Magyarország, the land of the Magyar Vándorok. Alright, we're taking challenges 7 plus 5 casual, and we have 2 hours. Usually on Wednesday, we try to experiment with some unusual opening systems, not play the same stuff. So that's our basic theme. Subscriber challenges first, Sumer, and then if Sean Pinto's still here, he came a little early. It's on the old time. The old time zone. Let me guess. What am I gonna play? Yeah. Alright, so subscribers, Schumacher. Why am I Mr. Rogers? Did they have Mr. Rogers in Serbia? Alright, D5. I didn't know Mr. Rogers was broadcast outside the United States. You don't know what it is. Okay, it was a children's show. It was Tom Hanks did a movie playing Mr. Rogers not that long ago. Fred Rogers. Alright. What's up? Yeah, man, let's just play. Play the whatever it is. Schmid Benoni. Bring it on. Oh, I can do the Solancy defense. Now, you did play knight c3. Interesting. So it really is a Schmid Benoni now. Alright, that changes the calculations a little bit. This is not a modern Benoni. What's up? Hey, it's Miro. Happy Wednesday to everybody. I have played this on occasion, usually via the modern defense move order. Did about 45 minutes of your endgame book. Nice. What endgame book did you say again? Sorry, my dementia's kicking in. Mastering Endgame Strategy by Helston. Okay, so that's weird. So Helston has multiple books. Alright. Yesterday somebody was talking about Helston middle game book. Apparently this guy's an expert on everything. But you're the second person that recommended it. But he was talking about someone was talking about middle game book. So it's a 3-book series. One for the opening, one for the middle game, and one for the end game. He must be good at marketing. Wow. Is it the Agard publisher? What's it called? Quality Chess? They seem to have a little monopoly going on chess publishing. That's another publishing company. It's Everyman Chess. Aha. No, Shereshevsky's book is close, though. It's just called Endgame Strategy. Yeah, he's kind of... It's a pretty general title. So A4 is supposed to be a mistake, because I can hit you with E6 in the middle more effectively. You played A4 and H3. That's a bit much. That's a bit much, bro. Too much. Wow. Yeah, but I mean, how does that work? How does that work, bro? Right. Exercises. It's more user-friendly and modern. Oh no. Here we go. Wonder about Queen E7 check. Versus Rook E8 check, you know. Versus... Oh my god, man. No. You're a sick individual. You are a sick individual. Might be time to bust out Hayes Miro's favorite theme with the B6 Bishop A6. But actually, I'm not so sure. I like it. Yeah, do whatever you want. Don't castle, it's fine. Just move your king to F1. Not that bad, maybe. Yeah, why can't I do this? Why should I do this is a better question. I can pin me. Pin me and win me. It's like Alice in Wonderland chess. Drink me. We've got a 5-game winning streak going on against Schumacher. This is a non-developmental move. I decided it's Benoni. I have less space. The goal is to go through both. The goal is to get better at chess. I don't think he likes queen exchanges, for the most part. I get the feeling that Schumacher doesn't really like playing into the endgame. He'll play endgames if he has to, but he just doesn't prefer it. He likes to attack middle game. How bad is this? Asterbait is missing again, oversleeping. Sean the sheep was half an hour early here because he hasn't been here in so long that he didn't know I changed the starting time to 11:30. A little slow on the uptake. Okay. Here we are. Do you like your position? Are you overextended yet? Is your king in a good place? Is the d-pawn gone? Delicious. Rook b4. Not real enthusiastic about that. Don't think that's going to happen. So, we have to go Homba. Homba. We're going Homba. He cuts down my diagonal. And now... Knight to a6. Tactics are flowing today. I might end up down a pawn. But I don't have to. Predict the move. I never would have guessed that one. I never would have guessed he would have played that. Oh my god. Not you. Do you play RTS games? His Royal Doodliness. You haven't played chess in a month. RTS. Rhythm and blues. What is RTS again? There's no time for games. This is serious. This is a serious world we live in. The doomsday clock is counting down. We have who needs games? Games are a waste of time. Seriously. No. What are we doing here? Oh, my plan was b6. Yes. It's a bad move, but it's all I could think of. So I let this guy have a pawn up. I don't play any games much. I wish I had time to. I'm not a gamer, theoretically. Though I've thought about it. Wow. Bishop a3. That's centralized. You have a choice between bishop a3 and bishop d4, and you go to a3. Damn. Asking for trouble. He's asking for trouble. Sometimes bad things happen to good people. Damn, dude. I thought you would play bishop d4 for sure. Put your bishops on the long diagonals and take things. Yes. Okay, let's hit it. Should I hit it with a rook? Oh yeah. Does that even help my cause? He could be like a total troll and just take on d5. Man, this looks scary for white, but he might be alright. That's my friend Miklos does. The funny guy. Alright. Well, yeah, it was nice knowing you. I like it how he's all aggressive, like he's better, instead of playing some kind of careful move like bishop d4. I don't know, man. It's too early in the morning to calculate stuff like knight takes c3. The likelihood is that it doesn't work. But who knows? See, like, this is what he's all about. It's all about hanging all those pieces. I totally missed bishop to h2 till the last second, by the way. I was actually anticipating knight g5 was a legitimate possibility. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Your position is seriously ill. Strategically ill. That's my philosophy about the game. See, he's surviving now, though. He's a survivor. Like the TV show. Wow. Right. Knight g5. Check. What are you doing? Where are you going? You're centralizing? He's centralizing. Centralize the king. Damn, dude. You're a true revolutionary. I realize one of the things about Schumacher is that he's like, whoa, that's an insane move. You know what it is? He's like psycho-aggressive. It's unbelievable. Man, I mean, dude, how much bullet chess do you play on a daily basis? How much is too much, dude? Very weird. Like, check him out. It's just bullet chess in a 7+5 setting. Do you realize we have an increment, right? In this time control? You do know about that. He's like... How to describe it? Did he put his rook on c4? That's the thing? Yeah. Okay. Psycho-aggressive. Here's my diagnosis. You're like psycho-aggressive, you play too fast, and it's morning and you probably have a hangover. Alright. The doctor is in. Man, this move is weird. To be honest with you, like, bishop c4 is kind of weird. That's the engine's move. I can't believe it. Okay, so you can't take with the pawn then. Yeah, okay. Wow, this has actually been played in 5 games. Pawn takes is bad. If you take with the pawn, you just have like a bad structure. This was a huge mistake. It seems crazy that we can play h3 and a4 and keep an advantage. You know, how many like random pawn moves can you make and still be better? Ivan versus Ivan. I think I played Marinkovic. Alright. E takes d5, bishop takes d5. That's a novelty. The other guys took with a knight. But we have a new Ivan playing pawn takes. And queen e7 is not, it's not bad, actually. Alright. We lost our Sean Pinto. World. Oh, there he is. He keeps like disappearing and coming back. Alright, I was trying to play weird openings. That started as d4 c5. I'm thirsty. Drink me. You don't have to play weird openings. It's my job. That's my job. Wow. Yeah, we just immediately go with a4. And then b... Dude, actually, I'm a tempo up on that sort of... Actually, b5 is a bad move. I mean, c3 is seriously a... c6 is a line against the Polish. So you're like a tempo down on that. This seems like you got a serious problem. Embrace the Wednesday. b5 might literally be one of the worst possible moves. You're playing the gambit a pawn down and a tempo down. It works better if you have another tempo, for sure. Wow. Interesting. That is interesting. And endearing. Chris Deering. Bring out the queen early. Is it possible this is actually sound for black? Well, sound is a relative term. A6 is interesting. How about we... You have to think. It's time to think. You have legitimate, some sort of legitimate compensation of some kind here, it would appear. B6. Wow. Okay, I gotta play E3. Nothing to see there, folks. Nothing to see here. And for my next trick, I mean, what are you doing? E6. Interesting. Well, that's an enterprising way of playing with black, I have to say. Who would have thought it was like sound to play the gambit with the colors reversed there? D4 or not? D4. D4 knight F6. I mean, having played a lot of shaky stuff before, I'm gonna go with B3. You can play E5 if you want to. I think your center is... What do you know? What do you think about B takes A6? I don't like B takes A6. It helps him develop. Now I have the option to take with the pawn on B5, which might be better than anything else. Development. Should he play E5 now and lose a pawn? No. It's not an option. Bishop D3. Not really loving that. What does this remind me of? Should I take en passant now? Wow. It's it feels like a note boom. Bogo Indian. And all that stuff. Takes, knight takes. There is that. What about my knight? I guess I have to play D4 next. I didn't like Bishop D3. That's a bad suggestion for many reasons. But I'll just explain it, you know, think playable but not good. It's just too likely the bishop will get attacked. Plus, if it has to drop back here, it's like B5 pawn gets weak. Okay, I have to play D4. Pieces belong behind the shell of the pawn chain. In most cases. Shelley. If Miro sees any sort of tactical idea, he'll go for it without any sort of validation or calculation. Yeah, this is funny. C3, B5, A4, B4, takes and compensation. Oh, we had an announcement, a notification even. Jesus. Sus leak has followed. I like this that I enabled the sound. There was once a troll who used to watch my stream who complained about the notification sound, and I stupidly turned it off, but we need that. It's important. Pawn takes pawn. How do you like that, brah? Bishop takes h2 check. Oh shit. Oh no, he has bishop takes h2 check. Queen takes a1. Better think about that for a while. Nope. Pieces behind the shell of the pawn chain. Is that what I said? Bishop is immense. Right. So what do I do? What do I do? Wait, maybe knight c3? It's a tough decision. So many options. Now what's he gonna do? Let's make him think. He makes a practical decision to go there. Pawn hunter. You are a pawn hunter. Now I wish my bishop was on d3. In retrospect. Oh. Oh no, he's gonna sack a piece? Bring it on. You know you want to do it. You know you want to sack a piece. Bishop takes e3. You need to. Come on. Actually, I don't know if this is really a great move. I mean, my b-pawn becomes kind of a target in the long run. He has knight e4. Knight e4 on the way. This is my big idea. Alright, man, let's just accept the fact that one of these pawns is going to fall. But I don't necessarily have to lose both of them. Let's just lose one. You can have one, okay, but not both. How about we say that? Which one? You can have the back pawn. That's so greedy, Gina Rook. And you abandoned a simul game and you left the tournament yesterday. You're like a serial abandoner. You wasn't in it? What? I thought you were in the tournament. Why are you putting question marks? You tell me. Like, why did I think you were in the tournament? Just because you, like... Just because you, were talking in the chat room? Did I misunderstand? Serial abandoner. In French, when you resign, it's like abandonnement, right? Nice to see Blobix yesterday. Cancer survivor. A survivor is a survivor. Of many ways. In many ways. Oh no, not this chat room. The tournament chat, you put something in there. I have a bad... There was a bad omen. The omen. I will be losing my pawn back. Okay, good game by Hayes Miro. It's like neither of us is ever going to develop these pieces. They're symmetrically undeveloped. Well, they were anyway. No longer. I was facing potential disaster there, to be honest. With the F5 supporting that knight on E4 would be like, I'm never gonna see it leaving. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. Alright. Alright. E4. Bishop C5. Knight D2. Knight C3. So many options. You know what I don't really like is that. That. There's also E5. But if I play E4, he just takes. So what am I supposed to do? This move? He'll just play Rook C8. So it appears I need like a tad more development. But I have some issues. Damn. Okay, I don't know what that does, but I missed it. That's all I have to say. He's like Sumaher speed. But he puts a little bit more thought into his moves. Be a good match. Hey, it's Miro. Wow, hey, it's Miro. Dude, what did you do? Oh, this is your new account. I was like, oh my god, you lost 150 rating points in one day. Jesus. It's a disaster. It's ugly, but we gotta do it. The ugly move. Ugly but effective. That's important, you know. Oh, it played one game from... No, you didn't really play. It was the forfeit against Azerbaijan. Yeah, you registered. You weren't there. You weren't there. You're forgiven. Just bring a note from your doctor. Princess Chess took down the women's prize because both the other women forfeited. Alright. Uber Driver's here early. It connects queen and bishop. Wait, what? F4 is... I wouldn't... You know, it wasn't my plan. My plan was to break with E4, so I wasn't really looking for F4. Oof. He has a brilliant idea to give me 2 connect to pass pawns. This is sick, dude. Knight c6. I really thought he was going to play knight c6 there. With the idea of knight a5. I'm going to lose on time if I don't shut up. And now one last cheapo for old time's sake. Codeine. Oof. These pawns are beautiful. Those are some beautiful pawns. Codeine sounds old school. Jeez. Poor Miro. Slipping and sliding away. There's always the back rank. Wow. Alright, nothing fancy. Just gonna recapture. Happened here? So much for stopping my... Oh, he has a check. I mated. Perfect game. He still hasn't beaten me with his new account yet. Ooh, I played 3 inaccuracies. I bet this opening is actually okay for you. It's funny. No one ever dared to play b5 against c3. Is this in the lichess opening explorer? Yeah. There's actually... Wow. There's actually games here. 2700s. Bullet players have played this crap for black. This bullet is so serious. It's funny here, most players took on a6. Yeah, I mean, it's just a bad move. It's ridiculous. 18 games, 10 players played b takes a6. If you play b takes a6, your whole position is like nothing. So e3, it's the only move for white. I mean, give me a break. We're still following theory. d4 right away. Alright, anyway, that was fun. Sean the Sheep is not a subscriber. He's been waiting since the stream started. I'll let him play. Under the condition that he subscribes. He even came early. Ooh, 2 wins. One was a forfeit. I forgot about that. The other game I got... Ugh, that was a bad opening. It won't let me subscribe from here. Are you like in Afghanistan or something? North Korea? Alright. Russia. What am I playing? Speaking of painkillers, I think I need an aspirin. Let's play the Larson. Yeah, I like NordVPN. You don't have a VPN, Sean? Everybody uses VPNs now. I had a student who was in China at one time. I forgot he's like an opening expert. One of my worst losses ever was from this position. Yeah, he's 1700, but he's an opening expert. In every opening, he plays like perfectly, using no time. Even though he's like 1700. I think he's got the opening explorer open or something. You definitely play the opening too well for your rating. Just saying. It's been a consistent thing that I've noticed. Then he'll like blunder later. If you were like perfect in the openings, you wouldn't be 1700. Just saying. I lost this horror game once in Vermont, where I just like dropped a piece against the 2100. I'm playing the Queen's Indian. Oh, thanks for reminding me. Not exactly, is it? I mean, technically not, Uber driver. You're being too generalistic. This exact position couldn't happen in a Queen's Indian, actually. There are some minor differences. Like the fact that I've played f4, jumping over my knight on f3. That's generally considered illegal in the Queen's Indian. You have to put your knight on e4 before you play f4. Your driver loves generalities. He's the master of dogma. I guess, you know, it's kind of like a tempo up Nimzo now. But he should have castled, I guess, before knight c6. First priority is castling. But okay, yeah, I play bishop b5 check. It's probably a good move, actually. Well, I played it for a reason, obviously. No, 1700s don't play the opening perfectly using 6 seconds for the whole game. Every time. That's just unheard of. Sorry. Oh, Asterbait. Where have you been all my life? Oh, this is a stupid move. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. This seems like a stupid move. Well, maybe if he stops like using the opening explorer, he'll make a mistake or something. Yeah, this is a mistake. My only chance is to like make a bad move on purpose so I get him out of opening explorer. Otherwise, I'll just keep playing as the Grandmaster. See, now he starts thinking he can't use the opening explorer to make all of his moves for him. That is cheating, you know. It's not okay to use the opening explorer during actual games, you know. You're supposed to use it like after the games or like in preparation for games, but not while you're playing. People are like, oh, it's not cheating, I'm not using the engine. That wasn't the move I expected. But honestly, yeah, my move was horrific. That's like maybe the weirdest suggestion you've ever made, Uber driver. I would send you directly to mental treatment center for suggesting G5 in such a position. I don't think even Rockport would think of that. So he had Bishop A6 and didn't play it, so he's definitely not using the engine. I thought Bishop A6 was the best move straight up. Only opening explorer, no engine. What's with the message? Who's sending me messages? Asterbait. Asterbait submitting game for tomorrow night's stream. Nice. Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. That's Chess Bra. Wow, what an original concept. Chess Bra. Thirsty Thursday. Every radio station has that. Alright. Asterbait for Thursday's analysis stream. And spin the wheel. But the chess bras are really original. Where do they come up with this stuff? Bishop to h7. They're losing their market share. Queen b5 is popular. We have a good game now. Don't like my knight on a4 though. Objectively. So you're trying to play what? You like your pawn structure? I like your pawn structure too. Knight e5. Wow. We figured you overslept, Asterbait. It's alright. It's alright. We'll let you get away with it. And this bishop f5 is a very strong move. It seems like. Whoa, what just happened? Rafiki. Tiki. Rook b8. I have good sleep the last couple of days. Sleep is really important for everything. How could you even think about g5 overdrive? You're castled kingside. I mean, that might be a move if you weren't castled. What if I sacrifice the exchange on f5? You guys like my knight on a4? Bishop f5 is a really annoying move. It attacks c2. He can put the bishop on e4. Queen b8 was odd. But my biggest problem is my knight on a4, which is just horrific. You're a sick puppy, Uber driver. Man. This knight is Uber knight. I don't like that move either. Rook fb8. Who would have expected that? It's really annoying. Dude, you need to get more sleep, Uber driver. The g4 suggestions. I mean, d4 sadly closes the diagonal for my queen, so I don't want to do that unless I have no other choice. Yeah. No, I mean d4 is inflexible. It's a move, but it's inflexible, and I'd rather not. The pawn that I would least likely move in this position is my g pawn with either color, and Uber driver wants to move it for both sides. I mean, g pawn is a tactic. I like picking on Uber driver. It's fun to pick on, but I know it's late there. He's probably just tired out. I guess we're gonna have to do it. Secretly, I'm gonna play Rook A4. Well, Rook A4 was an idea. I actually thought about this, as well. I mean, Black's position is really bad now. I would say he's close to lost. You don't want to have this position against like a grandmaster where one side has the dominant knight. h5 is also kind of burning your bridges behind you. It stops g4, but it weakens your dark squares, which are weak already. I don't think that h5 is required or a good idea. He was afraid of Uber drivers. I mean, okay, I won't trap his bishop, but he has weaknesses on the dark square, so it's like a different kind of problem. The frying pan into the fire effect. I would sooner play h6 than h5. 2 rooks for the queen. He's trying to get me to take the 2 rooks for the queen. It's like, let's make a deal. Preventing rook a4. That's Messi. I don't want Messi. I want Ronaldo. feel like I should be attacking on the king side. This is sort of a stupid move as well. That's a really stupid move by me. Yeah, I should be thinking about getting my queen over here. Or over here. I'm having trouble deciding on a plan. It's alright. It's alright. It'll just have to move my rook again. But there's also e4, but that would weaken my center. Sibi. Siberia. We had Rafiki and Suslik follow. Oh my god. Wow. Rook c4. Jesus Christ. Wow. Exchange sacrifice. Damn, dude. I believe I have an attack on the king's side. Maybe it's not enough. Not enough. We will see. No, as usual, I mean, almost every game I've ever played with this guy, he's way better than his rating would attest. It's pretty sus, as always. He's always sus. Especially after not being on my stream for a long time, he gets more sus. Wow. Jesus Christ, it has that trick too. I'm down material. What? Wow. Mate? You're allowing mate? You had king d7? Weird game. Rook g5 dubious. What do you want me to play there? Queen g6, of course. It's a tactics puzzle move. I made one blunder. No way, there has to be more. So king e8 question mark. More than sus. He's a 67 CPL. Not clearly sus. I just think he's better than his rating, always. I'm surprised my game was as good as it was. I thought I made multiple blunders. TP bot. Daddy Chan is challenging me to 10-0 while simultaneously playing another game. Alright, TP bot with 7+5. Are you sure you're feeling up to it? G4. Hans Nils. Your former girlfriend. Good luck, 2267. TP bot. G4. I don't play the Grob. It's the worst opening in chess. No. Can't play Grob. Too weakening. I want to play the pork chop. This is an old favorite. No way, you're not playing. I thought you were going to play the Caro Kann. That's not fair. You were supposed to play the Caro Kann. No, it would be a transposition. Fine, I'll play the Caro Kann. I thought F3, C6, D4, D5, E4. It's alright. Just no fun. Too serious. Oh my god. You'll be playing your first tournament this weekend. If you're playing your first tournament this weekend, it's a little too late to be learning new openings. I mean, you should play what you know at this point. What if I ask AI to generate a picture of like a combination of Elon Musk and Hans Niemann? What would it look like? Can you do that? I always omit G4, man. On principle. Mr. Coffee, were you here during the stream yesterday? Some guy who goes to Max Dlugy's chess academy said that Max Dlugy has a chess academy that's called like Super Max. I just thought that's kind of funny. Yeah, you were here. Lock her up. Now I might have to play g4. I said might. The mighty Max. No, you don't play the England Gambit. Okay, that's the worst opening ever. Next to the Grob. You don't play the England Gambit. It actually might be effective against beginners, but I don't recommend it beyond anyone who's like 1200. I'm going to resist the temptation to play g4 here. Robert England, in honor of Freddy Krueger. Maybe we'll play the England Gambit on Halloween. That's the only place it deserves to be played. I did a funny thing to somebody playing the England Gambit against me the other day. It gets so annoying and boring after a while that all I did was... So, I played like d4, they played the England Gambit. I was like, alright, screw this. I just played c3. So they took on d4, right? I do this sometimes. And then I play knight f3. And then they take on c3 and I took on c3. So they're like giving... I mean, you know, now I'm gambiting a pawn. They've gone from playing the England Gambit to playing like the black side of either the... Basically the Goring Gambit or like something like that. It was ridiculous. It transposed to a Goring Gambit and I just like slaughtered them. What's the sense in playing a Gambit if you're gonna end up taking a pawn and losing the initiative? What the hell is going on here? It's the Caro Khan, I told you. Can you imagine playing the England Gambit? You're willing to sacrifice a central pawn for the initiative. Then you're like losing the initiative. Playing the black side of the Goring. It just makes no sense, you know? Think about it. Your whole point was to like sacrifice a pawn for the initiative. Why are you like taking a pawn and like losing the initiative? I just slaughtered them in like 15 moves. Whatever you're playing, I mean, be consistent. But the England Gambit, yeah, very dubious. Okay, so what's this? Speaking of sacrificing a pawn for the initiative. But I mean, what is going on here? Queen takes d5. Knight takes f3 check? I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Yes, it's a sound gambit. This is a sound pawn sacrifice. Obviously. Obfuscation. Oh. I normally don't play rubbish openings. F3 is rubbish. But I will say one thing. Maybe f3 is not as bad as the Grob. I'm not sure. The Grob might be worse. Rubbish. I was trying to get T-Bot Poo to transpose to the Fantasy Caro-Kann, but she doesn't have a humoristic approach to the chess openings. The birds! Since you like birds, I'll share with you one of my favorites. Masturbate. If you like the birdies chirping. Alright. I rarely ever share my taste in music here, but this is such a classic that Dave Thomas is still alive. They're crazy. Alright. Bishop f4. The birdies. The birdies are chirping. Wow, sharp stuff here. Queen e7. Ooh, Uber Driver must be turned on by this. I never link anything. Oh no, Mr. Bill. What are you trying to do to me here? Wait a second. Never occurred to me to play e4. It's very weakening. Well, the d3 square. The f3 and d3 squares. If you move pawns, you create weaknesses. Bishop f4, yeah. Bishop f4 don't fly. The birdies are chirping. I was really bummed out. Perubu was supposed to play in Vienna right when COVID started, and I was supposed to go see them. They've never come to Budapest. Alright. They got a refund. Bishop takes h1. She sees everything. Dude, they're, yeah, like early Talking Heads. Yeah, very similar. Same generation. Totally. TP bot. But I mean, Uber Driver, like, for once, like, g5 is actually sound because you're not castled kingside. You're the one that always talks about castling, but you keep suggesting g5 in positions where, like, both sides are castled kingside. It seems kind of funny. Yeah, but my queen had a problem. I mean, g5, knight d5, what's the big deal? Someone suggested e4. That is a possibility now. I have no idea what's going on here. I assume that black is better. I have no development, you know. That's a bad move, though. That's gotta be a bad move. But maybe it's still not that bad. Mm-hmm. Wait, what? My best piece? That's true. Maybe. What about your best piece? Oh, you saw that. Naughty, naughty. My only chance is to win on time, I think. Objectively. Wow. Totally missed this. B5. You have B5. Queen a6, queen takes f4, queen takes d6, check, king g8. Talk first, move later. Knight negative 5.1. Bishop f4 was a double blunder. It's funny, I wanted to play queen f4, but I thought you just play queen g6. And I guess I would... I don't know, I was worried about this incursion here. Incursions. Yeah, I'm totally cooked. But it's funny, it didn't get really bad. Until knight f4. I should have played knight f2. Because of Uber Driver's g5. Wow. Needless to say, you don't play this opening seriously. Oh yeah, we left book on move. We didn't leave book until move 10. Book, lichess blitz games and such. Yes, you missed a lot of decisive moves. Wow, 0 inaccuracies, 0 mistakes, 1 blunder. So really poor play by black there. Is anyone here a subscriber? I'll pull on. Yeah, a book. Thomas Freinson. Is the bot disconnected? Which bot? We play a lot of bots here. A friend of mine on Facebook yesterday was like posting about the popularity of chess, which is fine, but he was like, his like post was riddled with references to chess.com, which is just like, it makes me physically ill. Chess.com is a privately owned company. Like, why does the promotion of chess have to benefit this privately owned company? I don't understand, It's so grotesque. It's just grotesque, I say. Grotesque. Why do we have to equivalate promoting chess with promoting a private company, i.e. cheese.com? It's just, why not like Microsoft or, I don't know, gross. C5. Whoa. This is a private person doing it. Why is he doing that? I think what I'm saying is like people do it without realizing what they're doing. He doesn't realize, he doesn't stop to think that all he's doing is like promoting a private company and making money for these private people. He thinks like his Facebook post is generating interest for chess or something. People are so ignorant about this stuff. Don't hype chess.com. You're not helping chess. Do a chess simul for kids in your local shopping mall or something. That promotes chess. But hyping chess.com doesn't, promote chess. It just puts money in the pockets of some weird owners of this chess site. You can promote chess without supporting cheese.com. All right. Knight c6. That was my raving for today. Thomas Trainson living in Norway since 2014. I've lived in Hungary since 2004. We are expatriates here. Norway. I was in Norway just once. Are you welcome in Iceland? And soon you have to flee Sweden. Here we go. Buckle your seatbelts. Political ravings incoming. You had knight d3 check? Gina Rook? When did you have knight d3 check? I mean, I knew I was losing, but I didn't think you had like an immediate win or something. She prepared the banhammer? I don't know, he's been evasive so far. He tried to prime the pump with the talking that you did that yesterday too. Can you imagine a more boring story than Mike Pence document story? That's the only way that Mike Pence can stay in the news, is to like release some documents from his house. Otherwise, the guy is like so boring it's impossible to even imagine what possible connection he would have to everyday life at the stage while mulling another run for president. He literally cooked up that just to stay relevant. Really, who cares? The only reason that it's important that Donald Trump runs for president again is so I can cash another huge... I can book another huge win on a betting site. It's like P.T. Barnum. No matter what, no matter how irrelevant he becomes, he'll be like running for president from jail. And they'll still be saying that Trump is like a favorite on the betting sites. People will still be betting Trump while he runs from jail. And I'll just be like laughing all the way to the bank. Alright, Thomas Reinson. Let's free up the F1 square. Pawn majority in the center. That's almost as boring as your Mike Pence news. Only far-right extremists from Sweden apparently wonder why Hillary is not in jail. I don't even like Hillary Clinton, but honestly, dude, it's so stale, the stuff you're saying. You've really got to come with something more original. No one wonders that. Not even Trump wonders that. It's so stupid. Even Trump never believed that Hillary should be in jail. He just knew it should like stir up his propaganda. The tiltometer is at DEFCON. Kanye West is at DEFCON 2. I might start raving about Kanye and Elon Musk or something. Then I'll really start to get pissed off. Thomas has a chance here. If Scandinavian extremists continue to tilt me. Still, I I'm not really better. I think I'm under this false impression that I'm better in this game. I was probably better at some point. But his position is, his queen here is weird. Wait, I have e4. Is that a good move? Long diagonal. Which one? This one or this one? Probably, yeah, this one is a little more relevant to this game. I feel like I'm missing something. Have you burned any Korans lately? You gotta stay on top of the news. Bishop f5. Rook d1, rook d1. I'm just winning? Wow, that was easy. I think that Thomas was okay. But he quickly fell apart. What about an exchange sack? He didn't have it. Wow. What about here? He never got anything going on this diagonal. And the queen was just problematic on the d file. Oh, I thought maybe it was you burning the Koran there. You found the killer move. It was b5. I knew about b5. It was the first move I looked at. But b5, I have another move to continue the game with queen a6. You have an earlier b5? At least I could have continued the game and went on time. Now we're getting somewhere. Well, it should be winning. I'm up piece. Alright. Luckily, we have to go in like 20 minutes. So I can't get too distracted by political ravings today, unfortunately. Feels like consolidation. Disarmament. About my ravings. Oh, I'm pro NATO. I get upset when people start this Serbian propaganda. Alright. Rook e8. What are we going to do? F4. Combos are pretzels. Those are, yeah, I haven't had those in ages. They were in the snack machine in college. Late night study sessions. I ate a lot of combos. You know, I've never seen those in Hungary, I don't think. Do they still make them? Promotion of propaganda is rife here. Dude, Vladimir Putin is like gonna take over the world, bro. If it isn't stopped, and you're totally wrong with the Serbian propaganda. It's total bullshit. I just call it Serbian propaganda. It's really like Russo-Orthodox propaganda. It's very prevalent in Africa, Serbia. What other wonderful propaganda? North Korea. Can we get some anti-NATO North Korean propaganda? How am I going to get this pawn now? Well, we don't let it get to the 7th rank. That's the first point. I was sure you were like Serbian living in Sweden or something. Serbians hate NATO the most because we forced them to have like a murderous like genocidal president. Who was convicted in a war crimes trial. What are we gonna do? Ever get this pawn? Wow, Philly found out about the pork cheesesteak? Oh, sure, there's no pork cheesesteaks? Tonight is cheesesteak night. eventually I'll just hide over here. You're gonna get my pawn though. Damn. Did I do it? No, I'm still fine. Have fun in North Korea. Is that the only embassy in like North Korea? Sweden? Oh no, he's giving me the pawn. Yeah, Sweden's are the only one. Well, they're probably going to blow up the whole world anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's just a minor inconvenience. What's a few more months? It won't matter like if we have... Damn, Thomas doesn't want to give up. What's it matter? What does it matter if we have an embassy or somebody has an embassy in North Korea if they're just going to blow up the world anyway? Nuclear proliferation everywhere. Rogue states. Dude, it's one of them. What's the difference which one it is? I don't understand. Why is like a Swedish embassy gonna stop? How is that gonna stop Kim Jong-un from blowing up the world? Oh, if it wasn't for the Swedish embassy in North Korea, oh, he'd be completely out of control. They're keeping him in check. Definitely. It's the Swedish embassy that keeps him from doing anything crazy. Wasn't for that, we'd really be in trouble. Those Swedish ambassadors. Damn, dude, you like defending. Alright. How do I finish him off now? No, I know what it is. It's Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman, basketball diplomacy. That's going to save the world. I totally forgot. Or Trump. Trump. It was Trump. We should have voted for Trump. Because he's good friends with Kim Jong-un. He knows how to handle him. The Trump. We don't even need Dennis Rodman. Anna Kremlin is my favorite chess player. She's awesome. So in her defense, though, like, she's actually not a bad player. I prefer her to these people who pretend to be... They pretend to be strong players. At least she's a credible player. To be fair to her. Overhyped? Yes. Still better than the Botez sisters or whatever. She actually plays chess. Nikki the Greek. Dude, I'm just kidding, you know. I'm the only thing I need Trump for is to give me some money on my next presidential wager. We need to hike Trump so people still have. I can make a few grand on my next bet against Donald Trump for president. There's a sucker born every day. I'm just being sarcastic, you know. Trump is no longer relevant. I mean, as far as actually becoming president, I think we're finally safe from that as a legitimate possibility. I don't live in the U.S. I live in Hungary, but I'm a registered voter, so I can vote in the U.S. presidential election. All right, we've got time for one last game. I don't know, maybe not. Doctor Strange. Can somebody challenge me to like 5 plus 3? Dude, do you know the price of houses in the United States has increased like more than twofold in most places? But it's not just about politics. I mean, it's just like the market being, you know, manipulated. There's a lot of factors, but real estate is the worst. It's insane. Like, many places, the prices of housing has doubled in the last 3 years. If you look at a house that was $300,000 like 3 or 4 years ago, it's like $500,000 now. There's no way to justify that. You know, people's incomes haven't increased by 40 to 60% or whatever. I mean, it's insane. Yeah. Yeah. Did we get a 5 plus 3 challenge? There's one. There's a lot of factors into it, though. I'm not going to pretend to understand the. I'm not going to pretend to understand the real estate market, but I can say that it's out of control. You'd think like the Fed raising interest rates would have had an effect, but the prices are still outrageous, you know, and that affects rent. And I don't understand, like, who pays $600,000 for a house that was worth $300,000 4 years ago? I don't understand. Like, who's buying that house? Maybe if it's a rental property and you can re-rent it, but I'm talking about, like, you know, end user residential houses going for like $600,000. Who's buying these houses that are like double priced what they were 4 years ago? Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people think like the stock market is like just you're just making money. You should just always be making money automatically. They're living in a fantasy world. You can't just indefinitely make money off the stock market. Like, everything just goes up and up and up and up, and it doesn't work like that. no. President has to do it. Yeah, it's everything. It's Biden's fault. I didn't know what I was getting into. Queen A5. Interesting move. I don't understand the people that think like markets just go up and up and up, and you just endlessly make like. How does that work? How is that sustainable? How would that be sustainable? Stock market, it's gambling. It's not supposed to be like guaranteed that you make money on it. What happened here? He went out to A5 and then back to C7. I've got to go, guys. But I'm not claiming to be like an economic expert here. I don't know how I got trapped into this discussion. Three years of studying economics a long time ago. Well, I don't have a 401k. Sorry. I'm a chess player, dude. I can't even afford to live in the United States. I can't even afford to... Well, I mean, regardless of what your sex is, I can't even afford to live in the United States. I can't afford to pay healthcare in the United States. I had to like leave the United States because I can't afford to live there. So I can forget about having a 401k. That's a luxury I don't have. Like a lot of people. But at least in Hungary, I know I won't be like overcharged for healthcare. Or education. I'm going to be working on my life. I'll never be able to retire. I'll be working till I'm like 75. Retirement is a fantasy. I can't afford. It's a nice fantasy, though. It would be nice. Wow, he gave up everything. He gave up the c5 pawn. Maybe if I started just like a politics stream, I would lose my mind. I would be raving and raging constantly. Chess gives me more mental stability. If I was like raving about politics all day, I'd lose my mind. Alright. Here I can just say, screw it, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Yes. I live in Hungary. Can't afford to live in the US. Those days are over. All right. My days of being able to afford living in the U.S. are behind me. We have the highest rate of inflation in Europe, but I guess other than that, it's not that bad. Mushrooms. Nice try, Tabias. I don't think it's someone you can negotiate with. When you've made up your mind, you've made up your mind. I don't pretend to understand everything, but some people understand everything. Oh man, I'm late. Damn, dude. I just say dude, you know, it doesn't mean I think you're a male. I just say that all the time. Women are dudes too. It's just an expression. Dude. Can we just agree to a draw here? I'm out of time. Come on. Hungary is not... It's not, oh man, rook c6. Come on now. Is that actually good? It's not a utopia. If you like, I guess autocrats, it's good. Alright, what's happening? Check. No. All I need is one pawn. One pawn. Molly Hatchet. Is that a band? That was a band, right? Oh, no weed here in Hungary legally. We're a Christian. It's a Christian society. Weed is not Christian. Alright guys, come on. I gotta go. I gotta go. Is it a draw yet? You can't tell, we can't take all the pawns. No perpetual. I could play f4, maybe that's simpler. No. No, no, no. One pawn at a time. Nah, he went crazy with a rook c6 thing. I mean, that was stupid. There was no need for him to do that. Alright, I gotta go. Wow. My alarm already went off. Goodbye. Yeah. Nice knowing you. Descending is winning. Goodbye. I enjoyed the political ravings today. Can't tell you how much. We'll be back tomorrow night with our subscriber stream. What the hell? Well, that's creepy. That was creepy. Wow, dude. That is creepy. Alright guys, I gotta go. It was nice knowing you.